Welcome back to the Bazaar. It's time for another Mac run. On account of my impromptu hiatus earlier this month, I really haven't gotten to show off Peacewrought at all on the channel up until now, but it's still a fantastic card. It does have some issues with how volatile the late game is right now. There are just so many dangerously strong things that a late game scaler like Calcinator or Peacewrought's far from a guaranteed shot, no matter how good you get the scaling. But Mac also has some of the most broken late game stuff because of cards like Library, Frost Potion, and Sapphire, just giving him a lot of crazy infinite combos, a lot of crazy lockout strategies. And Peacewrought can be an instrumental part of turning just locking out your opponent or an infinite combo into actually winning the fight. It's a great economy engine throughout the run, and it is incredible late game if you manage to scale it up high enough and get any of the offensive enchants that convert it into a win condition. And the sort of freeze, lockout, spam Peacewrought strategy I end up playing in this build gets so much more powerful when you hit as many insane cooldown reduction options as this build did. I don't think I'll ever see a faster Peacewrought. I certainly hope I won't, because that probably implies it'll be on my enemy side of the board. But this one just gets ludicrously fast by the end of the run, and you really cannot expect more out of a card than what this thing was doing. And I'm glad that Peacewrought carried as hard as it did, because this run had some major Peacewrought related mistakes in it. And Peacewrought really needed to put the build on its back after some pilot error on my part. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the run. Getting into another run as Mac, as always, taking the income start. There's just too many things I care about buying too quickly here. Hey, expensive Andy, what's up? Oh man, am I really gonna take 4 gold over going to Midsworth? What if I take a neutral item for the off chance to get like Shadowed Cloak or Leg Brace? There's also 2 hits at a slow duration increase. I'm pretty sure this is nothing. This is the wrong decision, but I never clicked this, so I'll give it a shot. Hey, that does something. It's not like the item I was looking for, but it certainly does something. Right now, what do I think I'm playing on day 1? I can't really imagine how I need a Fang as Mac. Not really open to Silk Strats either on this character, so I'm gonna go Pyro. On the off chance I can somehow assemble a burn board, it'll be very beneficial. And if I don't, well, I took income start, so I'm allowed to lose day 1. That's kind of where I'm at. I think generally speaking, I'm probably not winning day 1 if I don't find either candles or a ruby in the next 2 hours. Anyways, I don't actually deal any damage, so I'm gonna add it to Sandstorm. I'll also take a moment to remind you can sub for more Daily Bazaar content just like this. And if you could drop a like on the video, it really does boost up the algorithm, help the video get more views, help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, with Pyro down, the only question left is what do we get? I'm hoping for big cinders or lighter. Fiery and small cinders are both fine. But really how good any of this is depends on what we find in the next couple shops. All right, Andy, that can help enable a burn board. Do I want a moth meal? I've got the gold to pick up a moth meal to maybe transmute later. I'm happy to grab Venomander, not so much some Myrrh. I have to assume I can put something better than 1 regen on my board. You want me to slow, huh? So I could do this with the Fireflies. That's the build. Probably not the build. I got on the Rocket Boots, the Venomander, and the Quill and Ink. It's something vaguely resembling a build. I don't think I care about Hemlock or Fireflies, no matter what happens next. So I am just going to leave and hope the next shop can somehow make this a real build. This is capable of winning day 1, just not remotely reliably. So I now have no shot of assembling economy day 1 because I literally did not see any vendor that could even so much as sell a Peacewrought, a Calcinator, or a Retort, or any of the catalyst generators. We saw small weapons. That's rough. If I go Ayla and I get like exactly the Magic Carpet build, I get the Bottled Lightning and the Letter Opener and the Magic Carpet, I have a path forward. Alternatively, I don't really want to play weapons, so I'm gonna take 5 regen here. I'm probably gonna lose my fight, but there's a shot I go to Ayla, spend 2 gold, and do not get anything resembling a build, and I also just don't really want to play weapons again on back-to-back videos. Seashell, Duct Tape, Yeti Crab, Catfish. I think I just lose to this, unfortunately. I do bypass all of his shield, which is nice, but I'm pretty sure the poison scaling from the crab will be superior to the regen that I do. Right now, we're still keeping pace with it. The issue is that every time the catfish goes off, the gap's gonna get bigger. I'm now negative, and I'm gonna be massively negative on the next rotation. But I might win this race. He's at 12 poison, but much lower life than me. I'm at effectively, well, I'm at 22 poison. And the sandstorm's basically not hitting him, so yeah, that'll be it.
Like a boulder.
I forgot that we're so slow the sandstorm's going to get here, and I 100% lose because of that. Rough day one. Not exactly the stores I was looking for when I was actively trying to avoid playing weapons. See, this is why you don't actively try to avoid playing a specific archetype. If I had gone to that Ayla, I'd have such a clear build path here. Anyways, like I was saying, we're not playing weapons. So I'm taking +2 regen, and we're going to figure it out on the next day.
Wonderful.
God, that is unfortunate, isn't it? I think a small heal or regen item, keep building up the heal, hopefully. I guess that's technically a heal item. It opens up some crazy regen strats with self-poison with Adrenal Converter down the line. JJ, I need an economy engine so I can buy things in the future. You would give me that part of the economy engine, wouldn't you? I'm not interested in a fire potion with what I currently have. All right, good. We're doing something then.
Enjoy your purchase.
So I got the lead plus catalyst daily generation now. This item effectively is poison 4 on 4 speed, so it's good enough. Regen 1 every 6 with burn 3, or just regen 1 every 5. The burn 3 is just 6 damage, who cares? I could also transform the moth meal or the thurible and just hope I get something good. I could wait for the moth meal to try to get it to silver, but I'm not going to do that. Heavy fireflies. That's not very useful at all. But it also scales us up for my next fight. I have nothing for freeze and I'm running out of cash, so the ice claw's not really on the table. I should beat Rogue Scrapper here. Since it has lower health these days, I'll just win in fatigue. But I kind of want to go get the coconut crab's shell, which is a crazy thing to be trying to do. Looking at this, I probably am better off hasting poison 4, right? Yeah. This should beat Rogue Scrapper. I'm a little bit sketchy about this, but surely it wins, right? I should just out-regen the minuscule damage it does. And yeah, it'll heal through a lot of the poison I'm doing, but not all of it, right? Or at least that's the idea. Oh, and I even bypassed the shield. It's so efficient. So as this heals, it's not getting back to full. Yeah, we 100% win. I'm at 28. Oh my God, we actually do regen numbers. It's nice. I mean, we're at like 40 regen at 20 seconds, basically, because of the negative poison. But that's not terrible at all. Our regen output got a lot better today. Fair enough. That skill is doing a lot of work. And Junkyard Repair Bot, not so much. Definitely going middle, looking for more economy generation. I would like to get an early Peacewrought. How nice of you to show.
Oh, delivery's free.
Do I ever roll here now? I'm never going to get value out of Junkyard Repair Bot. So I can just sell this. I don't need to sell it now. I can eat the thurible. For the first couple of days, even though I would like to play Peacewrought long term, I'm going to be using this to generate economy by eating small bronze items for extra gold, ideally. I can afford to roll here. That's not a problem, so I'm going to. There could be something massive at this store. There could be a weapon shop on the second page, who's to say? And we'll happily go to Andy here.
I would never debase my wares by
Fireflies upgrade, you say? Don't think I'm interested. I need space, so we're gonna sell this before the next day every time. I don't think smelling salts are a good item to rocket boots. They already tend to permanently haste one item anyway. So I think today we're still sticking with the rocket boots. We're definitely not buying these. I'm gonna roll and see if we can do better. We've got the ruby I was talking about, but not any of the burn items that it would, you know, actually synergize with. Tomorrow I might be able to play Fireflies with the Calcinator and the like. Probably not. I'm probably just throwing Peacewrought on the board for a bit of regen, the way things have been going. It's true though. No reason to overthink it. Only generate 2 atoms at the end of the day, so we can go straight into our fight. 0 win Vanessa, that's reassuring.
100 years when you are dust, I will remain.
Can I outscale?
Underestimate me.
They are playing a Coral Armor, Catfish, Clamra, Heavy Silence. That's a 100% kill. Heavy Silencer start on a Piranha is basically not a start. We will just out-regen everything they're doing and kill them with poison before Sandstorm even comes close to killing us. At least that's what I assume based on how my fight against Rogue Scrapper went. I could be overconfident here, but yeah, we're at full health, scaling up regen faster than he's scaling poison, which is to say he doesn't scale poison at all. and he'll be dead way before, not way before Sandstorm, like 5 seconds before Sandstorm.
Bring her about.
7
I've
seconds
got
even.
another salvo in me.
Okay, 1-1 income start. Only lost 1 prestige. Not terrible. I've got a rocket boots. Mac normally doesn't get to have rocket boots for his like silver energy potion or whatever I put it on. Bronze tier tools, gotta be loot item, right? Maybe there's an argument here that like so many of the tools are catalyst and lead generators that a bronze tier tool. Is Peacewrought a tool or is it just a relic? It's a property. Didn't see that coming. Anyway, let's transmute this lead immediately. I do kind of care about optimizing catalyst. It doesn't matter though. Like I could theoretically get this to scale more by somehow getting it to gold today, but I can't guarantee that'll happen. Unfortunately, I do want to eat this extract. I can eat this fireflies for essentially 0 economy gain. I do currently want to use the extract on my Quill and Ink. Fungal spores are not bad with my current build, which is surprising to me. For now, I'll just go to the shop and eat the fireflies. Andy's not a great shop and there's an aerodrome. I'll randomize. I don't want that. Barcoon is definitely a better shop.
Welcome to my
There's a retort here, which I do think I quite like, especially because I'm probably running these with the way I've decided to play the game. I'm going to toss the extract, toss the gold. Going to pick up the retort. I don't need to upgrade this. I don't care about that. I've got the money to roll Barcoon. The weapon build. Oh, I should have done it. Who cares if it's repetitive? It's cracked and everything was offered to me. I assume everything was. I skipped multiple weapon vendors. It's hard to believe I couldn't assemble it with the 3 magic carpets and the runic great axe I've already seen at the end of day 3. Oh. This is up to 5 regen. It's definitely still worse than fungal spores. And worse than the Philostone too. And unfortunately, I have to skip a devour on a store unless I want to eat the Venomander. I don't mind eating the Venomander, but probably not. Let's just go to the next store. Maybe it's not even a store. Who knows? Yeah, it's middle. Well, middle has a lot of things I want to buy, so even if I'm not getting full value out of it, I really don't want to be playing the Venomander. It's not much better than the retort. It's like debatably better, right? It has 1 regen on it. So I actually will just eat this for the +1 gold and the +1 regen. If we can get an early retort upgrade, all right. That helps the economy a lot. And I was going to say another upgrade on the Peacewrought or another catalyst generator will be cooking. Just the same catalyst generator over and over and over, unfortunately. There's a Fireclaw here and I've got the Calcinator. That's 14 and 6 + 7, 13 burn. That's 27 burn at 7 seconds. That kills you pretty fast right now, right? Like I just put this one back in my stash. I bring the rocket boots between them to speed it up. I currently wouldn't be playing that, I guess. I would keep these. I would put the Fireclaw here. I can hold the Venomous Dose in case I can play some sort of weird self-poison down the line, but I just eat the fungal spores in the next shop. This is a clear path to like a powerful mid-game build that I have. I think it's crazy not to buy this and start transitioning into a burn build. Obviously, I kind of missed the ruby I didn't buy now, but I'm going to imagine I was broke at the time and had no alternative. I don't really believe that's true, though. This isn't like a great amount of defenses. I think I do lose to Hover by Hooligan. I have 16 regen 7 seconds into the fight, and 27 burn is enough to just kill him, right? And it goes off at 6 seconds, not at I think this beats Hover by Hooligan and it has the highest average gold value, and I've used all of my gold. If I'm wrong about this, egg on my face, but it feels like this is just enough regen to survive long enough for a second volley to kill. Especially with rocket boots, right? This is essentially every 5 seconds, charge them both 1 second. So they're going off much faster. They're going off at 12 seconds rather than 14. The last volley is a little bit spooked, but we do get there.
Hey, allow it. You probably ain't even got 9.
We're like 2 full seconds from dying, I think. We're good. Don't think I have a use for this weak point detector, but at least it's gold. Need to fiddle with my inventory and make sure I'm not messing up the Peacewrought. If I want to run the Peacewrought, I probably don't at bronze tier just ever, right? Especially with Quill and Ink currently. Do I generate 3 items at end of day? That's fine. I'm going to eat this one, maybe eat that one, sell this. Not having a haste item going to Curio with rocket boots on board feels so bad. So I don't want to roll at Curio. Eating this for +2 regen, and it's not gold generation, it's just regen stacking an item I can't play yet. A part of me wants to go to Mandala and just YOLO transform the weak point detector to see if I can get something better. And I'm going to. What's in the box? What exactly do you do? When you use a non-weapon item, gain 5 regen for the fight. That does make me reevaluate how I would play this a little bit, right? I kind of think I still just do this, but now it generates regen on its own. Oh, he becomes the target now. Yeah, that's more regen than the other board was offering anyway. The Philo Stone's probably out, but the Quill and Ink is definitely more out with the Quill back. Although, obviously, I could run a bunch of small items instead of what I'm doing and just try to scale crazy regen. Every time I use a non-weapon, which is all of my items, I have a 5-speed, a 7-speed, a 5-speed that hastes. The 7-speed is multicast, a 4-speed, and a 5-speed. This feels like an insane amount of regen, but then, like, I don't have a bank. Like, that's the issue. If I just run the Calcinator, I can eat this, sell the Venomous Dose. I level up after the fight, right? So I will get extra space, unless I'm misunderstanding, in which case this will be funny. I think I'm willing to eat the Philosopher's Stone, give up on that, trust Quillback for regen with these 2 items, and then kill them with Burn. Just not use the Rocket Boots today. I can't actually eat anything. I have to use B1, B2 on this Peacewrought. It's crazy not to. Like, the reason to go to Herma is to upgrade the Peacewrought, so we just use B1, B2 instead. And then we have to sort out stash, right? We get the experience after the fight, so we have 2 extra stash spots. I generate 1, 2, 3 items. So I need to sell 1 thing. I would want to put these 2 items on my board immediately. This is going to scale up my weapon counter, and this is going to just be a good item to have. I don't want to sell the Rocket Boots for fairly obvious reasons, so I guess I sell the Philosopher's Stone then. And that's the space I need. And I probably am better off running Rocket Boots here, right? Rather than having 6 regen every 7 seconds, I just get 5 regen on a faster item that's making these other items faster that also generate regen. Yeah, it's definitely wrong to run the Peacewrought here. Undefeated Pig, but I mean, it's day 3. Doesn't mean much. I wonder what that implies he's playing, because it won on day 1. I would assume weapons, and he had, like, day 1 Ring Kings. No. Money Tree, Shadowed Cloak, Obsidian, and Match. With a lighter, no less. Yeah, with the 100 healing Money Tree, I guess I'll fucking die. I do have a good chunk of regen, but, like, he has a similar chunk of burn. There's nothing you can do about an 80 damage Matchbox with Shadowed Cloak on day 3. And a Money Tree to heal him behind it, no less. Also, a 45 healing bird? Is that just like... That's got to be way above base value. Just what an insane high roll from this pig. Upgrade a bronze tier item. Well, the damn thing is, I don't really have one. I think I'm upgrading Rocket Boots here for 2 more seconds of haste. Most skills are going to be worse than that, right? Okay.
Let's get those dicks hammered out.
Obviously, it would be a lot better in the past when Rocket Boots scaled with duration. The buff, rather, scaled with tier. So it'd be +2 haste. So, sad that's not the case anymore. We're going to transmute one of these. Huh. I don't think I want the second one. Didn't really want the first one, if I'm being honest with you. They're fast, though, right? Like... You can make the argument that by having 2 of these to scale this regen value very quickly, then buff this to counter weapons, buff this to be a source of actual killing damage. I would rather do it like this. And we do need to go to Mandala here to transmute this other chunk of lead. As much as I want to eat stuff with Peacewrought, Ayla's not a shop I'm interested in, unfortunately. Quicksilver. Huh. I think I'm happy to eat that one. Can't really make use of that very effectively. Let's see if we can get a gold Peacewrought day 4.
I love everyone.
I'm happy to grab a Philosopher's Stone. That's at least economy generation by eating it. I technically need 1 more stash item, but I have nowhere near enough room to run it, right? I'm gonna have to run the Peacewrought very soon. Fireclaw's a really weird card. It's not playable early, and late game, you're better off making infinite loops with fast items in your Calcinator and a Pendulum. It's just a mid-game item, but it's an incredible mid-game item that I probably cannot toss right now. Which makes it almost impossible to fix my space, right? I would need to run one of these items. It would have to be this. And I can't do that, so it would have to be over these. And that's not awful, I suppose. Fine, I'll make that plan. And I think I actually have the Peacewrought eat the bigger items here. Anyway, hopefully we can get the Peacewrought straight to gold. Nope, not a shot. When you poison, this gains 1 regen for the fight. It's a bit slow, though. I'll be on my way. Boiler Room Brawler is basically the only source of shield in this character, but I'm not going to get it. I'd rather go to Hellbilly and get better rewards in general.
Like a screag in a hay trap.
Left-handed is going to be useless to me. I'm already like pretty committed to going Calcinator, having got one this early. Yeah, the burn's fine. It's just I need so much more than what I have.
Phew, gotta hand it to you. That was a mighty fine time.
I went off twice, so that was around 15 seconds in to kill Hellbilly. That's not awful. Left-handed is an awkward skill to be picking up. Maybe I shouldn't have even taken it. For the Peacewrought, yeah, I like eating the silver items here.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you.
Rapid injection system. When you poison yourself, poison 4. When you use an adjacent item, poison yourself 4 and gain 2 regen. I've also got the upgrade to the quill back, but honestly, that's not the biggest deal. I'm also fabulously rich, so I can just afford to do it. So I will. The question is, do I want to try to go into something with this? Basically, I would need to find the Adrenal Converter to care about this, right? If I found Adrenal Converter, it'd be very good for generating regeneration, but I basically need specifically Adrenal Converter to do any sort of crazy self-poison build without weapons. And I'm not willing to buy this when I have such limited stash space and I need a different core item to make use of it. Because Adrenal Converter would be good on its own. I don't need anything else. We're going to eat the second fungal spores. And we're going to be on our way. JJ, what do you have for us? You have more leeches. No, I don't want them. Please stop. Couple of rough shops there. Is there anything I should YOLO transform here? I mean, I need the space anyway, right? I'm just going to transform the Philosopher's Stone because there's really nothing else to do here. And it's a part of an archetype, but it's not a part of an archetype I care about. I just don't have a way to like self-poison enough right now. I passed up on the other item for it. I should have done that at the previous shop when I was looking at it because I kind of knew back then I would be selling my catalyst for nothing anyway. It is a 2-win pig. Hopefully it is less crazy than the previous 2-win pig. Genuinely, odds are good this pig loses to the pig I fought yesterday. That's a pretty damn big Crusher Claw shield build for the day. I have enough regen that I should be able to live through any one hit, but because they go off simultaneously, I guess I'll just die. Oh, it crits? Yeah, I guess it crits. Neat. They go off simultaneously, so it didn't matter, right? At 6.7 and then 7.5, he generates the shield. At 8.6 and 8.6, he deals damage equal to his highest shield value and his total shield. Just like absolute highest possible roll for the shield damage build you can have for day 4. It's not an archetype I like. It's so reliant on finding exactly Fort or Phonograph to be good in the late game. When you poison, your weapons gain 5 damage. Make your own poppy field, you say. I just don't want to do it. I don't have anything leaning into it right now. So I'm going to keep going down the route of trying to make this work, where I have to find exactly library for it to be good, and that's different somehow. I may as well take quick ignition. It's not doing anything. Wait, can I only generate 3 items? Don't I have... Oh, I never found the last catalyst generator. I'm very bad at the game. Obviously, I shouldn't have done what I did then. We'll eat that. Sell the gold normal way. We're gonna go to Volpack and hope we can somehow rectify our mistakes. Hey, test subject alpha, not today. When you poison, gain 2 regen. I'm not convinced I'm interested in any of this. I'm gonna pass. Oh, hey, it's the normal poppy field. So I can just buy and eat the sulfur for +2 regen. I think that's actually fine. I have enough money that I don't want to do the bronze item here.
Buy more.
I can also just buy the bronze item to eat it for +2 gold later, which I'm going to do as well. I'll have the inventory space by the time I get monster loot, I think. Could be wrong about that. Oof. Yeah, there's nothing at Andy that's going to change the build. I want to take my chance at bonus XP.
Really still okay?
Now, if I lose this fight, I'll be very disappointed in my build and have a lot of concerns. Gold rocket boots, you say. I just want an energy potion to put the board. I suppose if that's the case, I am talking a lot of shit about Andy. But I should probably be going to the shop instead, huh?
I asked for weapons. They gave me sparklers.
Kind of surprised to say my region's still pretty good. Oh, I think that tooltip's wrong. I don't think it actually goes up to 2, does it? Yeah. Shiny Fang, Diamond Fangs. This guy again, Gorgon Noble. I'm going to take a shot at Diamond Fangs here. I don't really care about Shiny Fang very much, but the average gold value is pretty good because of these middle 4 items. Diamond Fangs can allow you to do some really stupid things to the pendulum if I get a hold of it. Oh, right. I've stacked up so much poison because he just gets soloed by Quillback, right? I was wondering why my poison output was so high. It turns out it's dependent on my opponent's board. You can do worse. There's a medal. Happy to eat this. Got 20 gold. I don't need to generate any sort of economy here. We really want Calcinator and Fireclaw upgrades. Just a normal silver vial launcher on day 5 and I have no potions. Can't really pivot into that, can I? A boiling flask, though. Now, again, quite obviously, the boiling flask does nothing. But if I find any energy potion, I'm pretty happy to have it. The problem being, of course, that I have to make space for it or run it. And I can do neither of these things. I'm gonna have to leave that on the table, unfortunately.
You might try JJ's shop.
I just can't find a haste item to actually put this on. I have a lead to transform, so that's actually a good level up reward. It's not a good transform, but any transform is a good transform, effectively. Generate the gold, go to JJ. Oh, that helps a lot. Toss these, buy the distillery, kind of wish it was silver, but oh well. So now I can transmute both leads every time. Going to roll looking for something to eat tomorrow at the start of day, because I've just realized. Huh, hold up. I'm going to be buying the sapphire no matter what here, because I generate 2 lead. Oh wait, that's not true. I don't have the space to have an item at the start of the day. I have to miss and eat. That's unfortunate. That's not true. I can toss these. I don't actually need them. I can also run the Peacewrought at this point. It's 17 regen. I think 17 regen is enough to run. I think these 2 items are actually starting to fall off a lot. Obviously, the Quillback is unexceptional at this point. I put this on the left so I never accidentally eat my own board, but I think the Quillback is actually on its way out as well. Because if I do something like this, then the regen value, like, it's not actually triggering that often, it feels like, yeah. Would I rather haste my Peacewrought or my Fireclaw? I think I still need Rocket Boots hitting both of these just to maximize burn output. The Quillback's been neat. It hasn't actually won any games, unfortunately, but I think it's out. So the idea here is there's a Weaselpede on board, right? And I have a self-poison available, or a poison for my enemy, more importantly, so I can make the Weaselpede work. Library Weaselpede Pendulum, all at Diamond, means that if I can get something in under 4 seconds cooldown, which the library isn't hard, the Weaselpede will be infinite. I want this Weaselpede. The stash problems are immediately back, but we can just sell this to fix it, right? Yeah. And I need all 3 spots because the Peacewrought's not... Oh, I don't know the order. Maybe Peacewrought could eat something. Oh, well, here I am. I've already done it. Anyways, let's go see how this does in the PvP fights. It is a 0 win Mac, which, marginally better than my 1 win Mac, but we're both probably awful. My board is essentially just the energy potion waiting room. Honestly, the energy potion's not even clearly much better, is it? A Sunlight Spear build. My Calcinator is bigger despite being a lower tier, but he has a restorative Fireclaw and I don't, so I should just lose on that alone. That's like all the difference he'll need. I have the Rocket Boots, which is not an insubstantial amount of haste. That could be a difference maker. Nope, just lost a restorative enchant. That's all it is. That's miserable. Well, it's fine. We scale late. We have Peacewrought. What are the odds we just get bodied in the late game by something even more broken than us? Which is precisely why I'm talking about making infinite freeze combos. I don't think I need to like rely on this specific item to make Weaselpede work in the late game though. I think I'm perfectly happy to eat this right now to scale up Peacewrought and get the stash space and figure out Weaselpede Infinite if we get to that bridge. Mysterious Portal though. I need Hina. It's a great shop for me. I can't not go here. When you poison yourself, poison 4. It's another rapid injection system. I'll be passing on that one too. What's on the second page, Hina? Not a lot. I don't want the regen potion, but that's not what you do with it. You sell the gold. Am I wealthy enough? I'm not wealthy enough to eat my gold yet. What? I'm going to reload. That's not how the game works. So like I was saying, I want to sell the chunk of gold. I want to eat the regen potion I don't want. I want to transmute the next one. And I do want to buy a moth meal as well, just to keep scaling this. And it could transform into a heavy energy potion and win the run. You never know. Because of inventory space reasons, I want to go to Barcoon first. Or rather, I want to transmute the gold first when I go to Barcoon. That's very good.
I'm almost sure that was a good trade.
We have an infinite potion. Don't care. Going to sell this immediately. Going to set this up to transform. I could run the Weaselpede for freeze 2 instead of the Peacewrought. That seems crazy though, right? We've got the boiling flask, but if we don't have an energy potion, we can't buy it. That's just the way it is. We've never seen an energy potion. We can't buy those things. A library, you say? I'm buying the library every single time. It's just a question of how on earth do I make it work? So the more I look at it, the more I'm just like, yeah, this is what I have to do. I have to just play this build with a library, which is actually slower than the rocket boots, make no mistake. So I do this and hope I can find an energy potion immediately with that. I don't feel good about my current situation, but I am buying this library every single time. I've never, ever... Oh. Well, I have to sell something for it anyway. We are a long way off of making any sort of progress towards an infinite freeze combo. It was a cute idea, but if I need to sell something and I can't just sell the moth meal, then that gets me the gold and fixes the stash base problem that I've created for myself. Now, there's a separate problem here of I'm just straight up missing an item and YOLOing on the next transform, but hey, it is what it is. This gives me a path to end game, and at 1 and 4, I need a path to end game. Now, unfortunately, we do not beat Lich, like even a little bit. So I'll go Foreman for the average gold value. Makes sense to me. Got a flashy mechanic. And this build does have tools, but Calcinator is the tool, which will probably be adjacent to a pendulum down the line, so I don't really care. Really just hoping for a large gold item more than anything else. Oh god. Okay, yeah, we went. I was briefly worried, like, wait, can I get crit by the forklift? No, we're good. I just died one too many times to thinking he was a chump and then dying horrifically. So I need to move this to here so I don't eat anything by accident so I can pick up the forklift. The question is, do I want to eat the forklift? Because if I'm playing late game Calcinator, eating a couple of big items is fairly important to actually scale it in a timely fashion, right? There's a huge difference in 21 and 33. Also worth noting that in terms of late game infinite combos, the high tier Peacewrought has a base cooldown of 5 instead of 7 on the Calcinator, making it much easier to get something crazy going with a library combo. I'm so broke, man. I actually just need to sell this. Fine. Yeah, because I'm going to Herma, right? And Herma might be selling the upgrade for it. And also, if I eat it, I might not have the money that I need just to make lead tomorrow.
Let's fix you up.
We roll that every time. We want to see the Peacewrought. Unfortunate. The restorative death caps are fairly funny. Not actually useful. We toss this every time. Weirdly enough, I'm not sure we eat the heavy runic potion because I can get Philosopher's Stone, right?
People live in forests.
And I can just YOLO roll it again. There's no way for me to reliably turn this into anything else, but I just want to eat this for money at the next shop. And maybe I'll YOLO roll this, or maybe I'll find something to transform, but we don't know yet. No reason to commit to the decision, and now. Oh, right.
I see everything.
I think it's gotta be Peacewrought, yeah? I mean, upgrading Peacewrought just gives you more economy. Upgrading Fireclaw gives me more damage, and I kind of have to win for the next couple of days, don't I? I've got 2 leads generated, a gold and a silver per day. infinite transforms. I probably don't need more economy from upgrading Peacewrought. Again, let me just double check. Yeah, no matter what tier it is, the first line of text remains the same. You just get more gold. And more gold's kind of unnecessary, I think. So the argument is, what if you were running Peacewrought already? I'm not. It's way, way worse than this Fireclaw. I need to do this so that I actually win the next couple of days. It is Ayla for the last shop. I kind of feel like I'm supposed to be YOLO transforming this at every single shop, looking for exactly heavy energy potion. I can also get a shard of obsidian, so that's not terrible. Would you like to play the weapon build that you forsook? We've got more. Ayla, please stop. I feel like I'm being bullied. Okay, so that was unhelpful. We have a heavy sleeping potion now. In terms of space, we only generate 2 lead per day. I can just throw this on my board. And then tomorrow, start of day, I can just transmute a lead with the catalyst. I don't need to YOLO transform this now. This is actually not a weak effect at all. So, okay, I'll keep that for my fight. I'll probably have something worse if I use the catalyst. 0 win Vanessa, not quite dead yet. There, but for the grace of God go I, right? Let's make sure we actually position our board correctly. And let's hope they're a weapon build. If they're a bad weapon build, they're default dead. But if there's something janky, they could have crossed the corner, right? Zorkid, Weatherglass, Figurehead. That's not really a build, right? There's nothing really happening here. There's almost no slow for the anglerfish. You know, I did assume we would do enough burn to kill them. All right, we dealt 140. I guess that's enough to kill them. Do we have crit chance? Wait, why is it 140? What happened? Did I like space out really hard? I'm confused. Because it sure looks like it should be 100. Oh, slow must have stacked on one of them, right? That's my only assumption. Yes, okay. We got more slows in the Calcinator. They died right before it resolved. That's how it works. All right, relatively clean win against somebody who's at 0 wins. Look, we take what we can get in this house. It's a Herma. That's good for Peacewrought, if nothing else. I can transmute this now. Don't much care for a floor spike. Sell the gold. I am poor enough that I need to care about this. I obviously should have transformed the gold chunk of lead first, but it's not going to matter.
Got any new playlists for me?
Peacewrought to gold. Nice.
The more we can hang out.
Invuln potion. I would confidently call that better. Don't want to accidentally Peacewrought my distillery. That would be catastrophic. I'm losing 3 gold by eating this now, but we're actually at a point in our economy where maybe I can afford to do that. I can also essentially spend 2 gold to gain 4 regen every time. I just spent a hot second trying to do the Peacewrought math and I couldn't do it out loud for some reason. So the decision here is whether or not I want to buy a medium silver item and then transmute that and just sell my gold, versus do I just transmute the gold? If I sell the gold for 9, then spend 8 gold on a medium silver item, I eat it, getting 6 gold back, I gain 4 regen because that's the value. That's a net of gaining 7 gold and 4 regen. Alternatively, I just eat the gold, which gains 6 gold. It's 1 gold less for 5 more regen. It's very obviously correct to eat the gold. And I don't think I'm wealthy enough to justify rolling now that I've got the Peacewrought. If I were super wealthy, like over 30 gold, I would roll here just in case of like restorative library, restorative fire claws, right? But I have almost no cash to scrap, so I'm not going to do that. Even if I saw a golden restorative fire claw, I'd have a really hard time buying it. You got an Andy?
I would never debase my wares by
A runic potion, you say? Well, I need something to eat. So I will buy a runic potion just to throw it in the Peacewrought later. That might cost me gold depending on what I find exactly. Ooh, right. I have an Invuln potion I don't particularly want. Incense can be very good if you have a library because it gets down to a very low cooldown at 4 seconds. That's not that crazy. Yeah, no, I don't actually think I want that. I'd rather keep the Invuln potion for now. That keeps you alive for 2 more ticks of burn, which is not minor. I don't know that I beat Shock Trooper here. I do know I beat Treasure Turtle, and Treasure Turtle has crazy average gold value and very few large items. Because I don't want to have to sell anything, right? I want to just pick something up and go. If I get bar of gold, I'd probably just throw it on the Peacewrought and then put Peacewrought on my board, right? No, I don't have enough burn output yet. As funny as that is, I think it might be self-sabotage. We do win this, right? Yeah, good. I was just worried for a second when the shield from Hunker Down did not get cleared in a timely fashion, but it was not ultimately that much.
Disgusting creatures.
What do we hit? Why? I mean, I have an abysmal, absolutely useless Grandmaster already, so I'm taking it, but that is actually just called not getting anything. I mean, I'm gonna take that lethal. I can't say no to this. Well, I guess we'll find out if we beat Shock Trooper. I don't think I do. I think for me to win, I basically need to hit half health and trigger my invuln potion right before this. Oh, wait, no, I only have 1 ammo. Yeah, the second shot's not going to happen at the right time. Oh, it gets charged now. Yeah, we just invuln potion the shot and we were fine. What was the crit chance? There's a chance to die. I'm very close to dead, but I probably win that most of the time. Not 100% though.
But I do have plenty.
A nitro. I think the nitro is actually just better than the invuln potion here. It's a 3-second cooldown, charge an item 1 second.
Melting away impurities.
Haste and charge skills. Is there one in particular that would matter to me? Not really. I think I'm happy to go gold tier skills here just to ensure I get something good.
I help you discover for
Your potions have +2 ammo. If I find an energy potion, I need that.
think you will be ready for Adira's training.
We've got the invuln potion. I want to keep rolling my heavy potion. I would rather eat this or econ right now. Let's go to Eli.
Hello, Mac. Come to learn from a
Oh
real
no, if I actually find the energy potion, it gets terrible. I'm kind of glad I missed. Also, there's a strength potion. I forgot this thing existed. Well, the nitro's immediately dead to me. I just doubled my damage output, so that's solid. We'll eat this in the next shop. So strength potion is no small amount of damage scaling. Oh, there is no next shop. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to sell this then. Definitely feeling okay about our chance today. There's a lot of weapon pigs, so library is great against those. Any sort of infinite combo with yo-yo gets a lot worse against me, for instance. Pig's gem, yo-yo. It's not infinite, but these are exactly the sorts of builds that library are great against. Obviously, his build's still great, and he's up 1,300 health on me, so I'm not sure what my odds are. Oh no, the haste meant my first volley doesn't get the crit chance. Okay, we were fine. I did not consider how this would actually time out. Thanks to the rocket boots. Because haste goes off, like if 2 items go off at the same time, right? At 4 seconds, this gains haste. And then at 5 seconds, it goes off just like this. The item that goes off with haste goes off before an unbuffed item, and an item with slow goes off after. Even though it seems like they should all come out to be the exact same thing, it's not what actually happens. So that was a pretty big mistake. I'm glad it didn't cost me the fight. Setting up the board, I want to just want to eat a lead. That seems very bad. A part of me thinks I'm supposed to sell the heavy fire potion, but every single shop has like a 1 in 12 of making the build insane, so I can't. A part of me wants to just sell the strength potion because it's an easy solution. I'm going to do this. I hate it. Just going to destroy the trunk of lead, which will happen first. Then I'll transform the potion distillery, and I'll get 0 regen and 6 gold as opposed to a but I don't get the transformation buff on Calcinator or regen here. Like, either way, my endgame scaling is getting worse like this. This is so greedy, but I'm going to sell the strength potion. I don't feel like I have an alternative here. And we're going to go to Herma, trying to get the last tier of Peacewrought.
Purpose just to come see me, are you?
The game did not like what I just did. My chunk of lead appeared here and the items gave up. Let me reload. Okay, so it's at the correct regen value. It's just completely bugged out the display. It did eat the gold properly. Anyways, we can eat this at our next shop and transform this one properly. Not interested in these items, though. Diamond Peacewrought, however, is infinite money.
Don't make it weird.
Damn it. I kind of want to take the Myrrh now, which is... I can't. It's a huge, huge space problem. If I could just hit heavy energy potion, like, today, that would be wonderful. We go to Pole for sure, looking for Diamond Library.
This is talking fast.
Magnus's Femur, Gold Palanquin. Cool items, not useful for me, though. You rat. How dare you do this? We roll looking for the library. Of course. I'm not sure I run energy potion way down the line. I think I just buff this now. Currently, selling my rocket boots makes my boards worse, but I am willing to just buff this now. I'm not going to hold out for a slow potion forever. That seems crazy. Anyway, that was not exactly how I imagined the energy potion showing up would work. Unfortunate to get it on the lead and not the repeated transformations looking specifically for it. Wandering Shoal has slow charge an item for 1 second. There are feathers on the rock, though. Thick Hide is more unlikely, but it's so insane that I'm going to go for it. It's got a board of 7 items and 2 skills. It's a 1 in 9 for this. But if I get this, then suddenly a high tier incense becomes one of the most crazy items in the game, because it's going to go down to a 4-second cooldown, I think, and charge 4 items for 1 second. I am violently aware that I sold my strength potion today and got nothing to show for it. We can just eat the catfish with the Peacewrought. It's a very violent catfish. That's useless. We'll eat the catfish first. No reason to rush it, I guess. And we go to Goldie for sure. Ah, man. Another paladin, you say? Oh, nice. It's obviously worse than the energy potion could be. But I'm just going to take my strength potion back, because over the course of doing this, I realized, like, oh, man, do I even care that much? Let's just roll the shop and look at the next page before I have to make any decisions. I could run the energy potion at this point and put the boots on it if I find a third item. I'm not against that. Oh, actually, I have a reason now. Because I have the strength potion back, the energy potion actually gets better now, because it will buff the strength potion too. So even though it is technically a little bit slower than the boots, it allows me to haste this too and not lose my crit chance. So we are locking into this. We could just buy a sapphire here because we have 41 gold. I'm going to do that. I need something to put on my board. I can just eat it with Peacewrought later, worst case scenario. There might not be a shop that sells small items on the last day though, or last hour. There it is. JJ, what do you have? When you slow haste an adjacent item for 2 seconds? I think presently Smelling Salts is better than Sapphire because it's going to, at 5 seconds, haste the energy potion and keep the haste rolling. I think that's an improvement.
If that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Obviously, none of this is. We have 2 item spots, which is unfortunate, so I'm just gonna have to sell something that I don't want to sell. And we already know who it is. It's the Sapphire. But I don't have to do it yet. I can pretend it's not going to happen for a little while. Maybe even I sell the Smelling Salts tomorrow and just accept it as a form of temporary power. But hopefully I win this. We're at 4 wins and we're not dead. Because being dead on day 8, needing to go 0 and 7, that shows my confidence. Needing to go 7 and 0 would be very unfortunate. It's a pretty big treb. I thankfully have a library to slow him down a lot. But, oh, 300 burn? Maybe we're okay? Oh, he has turtle skill. Turtle skill gave him 30% more health. Without turtle skill, he dies, yeah. He got effectively 60% more health at half health. This is literally the reason I'm dead. Also, Neophiliac, that one wasn't minor either. Just absolutely cracked skills on that guy. This is the sort of build that can go 7 and 0. It's a cracked library build, so let's see what a random enchantment altar is. Obsidian's uniquely bad with this build. We always go artist, we always run the calcinator, we always get obsidian, and we always delete the recording immediately, right? That's how it goes. Turbo is literally one of the worst enchants I could possibly get. That just doesn't do anything. At least it's enchanted now if I find a laboratory, but dear God. So what's the play? I don't think Smelling Salts excites me. So I'm going to do this. We're going to go to Andy. We're going to find a way to make this build good, and we're not going to die today, right? At least it goes to gold tier. It's a 3-second duration haste now, which is pretty solid. But the rest of the build is missing some things, it feels like. Don't much care for the rainbow potion. Do I want to be running the Peacewrought? Not without an enchant. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Maybe I should have still eaten the gold just in case I can use it, but I understand why I didn't. Library, please. It's not a library at all. It's a silver femur, so there's no point really thinking about it. We have our guaranteed upgrade coming up today. We're going to roll here and hope for better on the second page. I can't find a way to use the Emperor. Like our 4th paladin of the run. Please, God, buff this garbage item. Move that over. Buy this. Do I eat the chunk of gold or do I sell it? I hold on to it for now and then make my decision after the monster fight. We should beat a Death Knight Reaver. We have the guaranteed crits. We have the big haste up time. He has increased cooldown speed. This should not be a problem, right? Surely. Just immediately 400 burn, basically. I'd say basically because I'm off by 50. Yeah, no problem. Now, my issue is when we level up, what the hell am I going to enchant? Do I just YOLO the Peacewrought, assuming that it's worth it now? Because if I do something like that, kind of locked into selling both and then eating this.
Another step forward on my path.
A heal enchant. What's my final board look like? If I did a laboratory combo, then 2 seconds in, this thing's cooldown. This is already a 3-second cooldown. But like it's not winning fights if I give it a heal enchant. It has to be fiery or toxic, basically. Or at least shielded for good defenses, right? I can trust the regen to keep me alive if I have shielded. I can't trust heal to prevent one-shots, though. I very genuinely think I'm supposed to random the Peacewrought here. Because if I play Laboratory to win down the line, this has to be enchanted to win. Did it hit Turbo as well? What the fuck even is this game, man? Please! Where are the enchants that actually do things? I don't really need the haste potion, I guess. So I could drop both of these for a pendulum, no problem. That's good, I guess.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
Right, the tilt's too real. So the run's over then, right? I have no offense, no build path. The only way to win now is very specifically freeze stall.
Oh, you're leaving.
Poison equal to your regen. Get the soul ring in.
Sad to say goodbye.
We do still have a retort. If we're winning by poison, that's part of the plan probably. This could be a transition down the line. We got the heavy energy potion. Oh, you hate to see it. We're gonna eat this at the next shop because it has literally no use to us. We upgrade this because we may as well. Oh man. When you use a potion, deal 30 damage fully passively with 2 energy potions. It can't crit, so the strength potion does nothing. I can't reload or transform though. Oh, there's the satchel, you know? It's not gonna work. I think I would run the 2 of these for the constant slows, hasting the other haste potion, better haste uptime on the items that actually kill my opponent, which are Soul Ring, Peacewrought, apparently. Very planned and intentional pivot happening right now. Jesus Christ.
No weapons? Leave
Well, there's the Myrrh.
bargains.
I suddenly don't care about it that much, but it doesn't cost me anything to transform it.
Glad we could share.
This is a regen item, but I think I'd rather the Diamond Sapphire, if I'm being honest with you. Can you poison yourself? No? No, thank you. Okay, we're probably dead. Jesus Christ. I knew I was eventually gonna do it with a Peacewrought. It's very funny because I've had great Peacewrought games I just didn't put on the channel before, but this is probably dead. Self-poison with Adrenal. Nerfed him a bit with the library, but not that much. How much does he have scaling poison values though? Oh, he has scaling off the poison. It's similar. Yeah, I'm dead. Wait, the Sapphire's giving me time.
If you think you've hurt my
All right.
feelings, I
Soul Ring did it.
I have none.
The random Soul Ring in that shop gave us the out. We managed to get through. I would also like to thank Sapphire. I think it was critical to us surviving that long. I believe that haste enchant was insane. I didn't actually look at what it did, but it was a passively triggered haste enchant that appeared to be going off next to nonstop. Anyways, let's eat the Shadowed Cloak and transform the lead. Kina's not gonna help me. That's very true, but what else am I doing? Taking shield for a PvE fight? Who knows? Maybe it lets me win a fight I otherwise get wrong. All right, I need to go to shops in general. Look, I'm very tilted. Okay, we're gonna go to Eli here. We're gonna go to every single shop left in the game, basically. Because I need to push this to the absolute moon to stand a chance of winning now. We're eating this gold, by the way. I think gold strength potion is worse than the heavy hasted strength potion. This can go here. After this, we're going to be heading into a PvE fight, so I have to move Peacewrought down.
Fine.
I assume I do not win any fight without the Peacewrought. Okay, do we beat Awakened District? Maybe? I think we do, actually. With the heavy energy potion, the heavy potion here, the 2 haste potions, and the starting shield, I feel confident we at least deal 1,000 damage before he activates the heart. Oh, also, Sapphire is pretty good against only 3 items. That's true as well. Yeah, the poison comes in pretty fast with all the haste potions, guaranteed crits. It's not exactly what I want to be doing. Going to sell this, bring this down, eat the gold. Actually, no, I bring this up and I eat the land scraper. And we're also going to transform the Myrrh as well. Anyways, we have max skills, crit skills, burn skills. Guess we're going Mac, considering the other two don't really do anything for the build. Okay. -1 second all potions when I have a bunch of potions, including a heavy potion. Seems good. Why are you at 3.4? Oh, right. That'll do it. Yep. Fair enough.
Good to see ya.
For value here, I'd rather eat the gold. What am I looking for at this shop? That's a good question. Maybe we'll know it when we see it. I don't think it was like the 4th or 5th rapid injection system that I was looking for. Is there any reason to YOLO transform this? Like, I've got the money for it. This doesn't do anything, right?
I hate to charge so much, but I'm saving for my next tattoo.
Andy, can you help me out here? Again, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, but maybe he has it. We got the Peacewrought up to 113 on day 10. We have all the haste in the world. It's not doing anything. I guess I should have re-rolled this with the distillery, but oh well. I'm looking at the Quicksilver, and maybe there's a thing down the line with like Quicksilver Sapphire and the libraries. So I'm going to take it, but I have very little confidence that will ever work. Vitality Potion's definitely not important. Sure, you can be a higher tier. Why not? Treat yourself. Definitely not like the whole build here. I still have this to eat tomorrow. Good. They're also dead, doing even worse than I am. A lot of Vanessa's use weapons, so I'm probably favored thanks to library, but my build is jank as hell. This is water wheel, no rigged, so the pufferfish will not be instant. That's good. It is a fairly strong build by the look of it, but regen tends to do pretty well against poison builds, especially when I deal more regen than I deal poison by a large margin. Oh, nope, the poison appears to be catching up with me.
Next time, boys.
The poison also appears to have caught up with them. Eventually, we had the high regen crit on the soul ring. It just took a while to go off because of the moderate disruption. All right. We're still cooking. Thanks entirely to the soul ring that showed up in this door where I ate my calcinator by accident. This run should have ended, but the soul ring was very fortuitous. Set up the inventory correctly. Nice juggle. You almost got me. Only 4 gold gained here, unfortunately.
Come on in.
But we can eat lead on the next door, which sounds like I'm trolling or making some sort of backhanded compliment, but I mean it very sincerely. Maybe the second page has the library on it. Who knows? Has the diamond strength potion that we've always wanted.
Enjoy your purchase.
Inventory is set up correctly. Well, for a given definition of correct, right? What do I need to roll this for? There's no reason not to roll it as the counterpoint. Frost potion, by the way, is the answer.
Just taken the first step toward
A moth meal. I mean, it gives me a 4 value item, if nothing else. Maybe it turns into something broken. I don't see it mattering in the end, but Yeah, I don't need to buy any of this, and Myrrh is certainly not going to change the world. What is our PvE fight looking like? Oh, we level up. Loot on them, please.
Formula of life is revealed.
We don't do that here. Bring this down, and let's see what our fight is. With the heavy potions, I think we beat the Colossus. We generate tons of regen, tons of poison. I think if either of those items get destroyed, the other one still wins. Because we should have enough regen for Soul Ring to kill by the time I'm done. Oh, also, it looks like we just 100% won this. We had enough poison before it went off. And obviously, if fights go long, we scale crazily, so that's nice. I run out of strength potions pretty fast, so the crit chance will drop off a cliff against like a big health pig.
It's hard to tell.
Toss this, bring this down. Oh, it's gonna be finicky, isn't it? Okay, so we'll do it this way, and we'll eat the medium gold item. Form! For all the weapons I have. And I don't get a shop. Isn't that sweet of him? I'm gonna go to him anyway in case he's coded as a shop. He's not. Anyway, there's literally not a thing here for me to do. So I'm gonna click leave on principle. Enchant with fiery, you say? Well, we're gonna do that, I suppose. And have a win condition of any description. Come on, fiery enchant. Let's see if we can pull this out. The turbo enchant does nothing. I have 2 energy potions, and obviously it's irrelevant. It's not exactly the biggest burn item, but it's better than not being a burn item. It literally did not have an enchant previously.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Palace.
Wide weapons, Lang Jan at 1342, but it's gonna be base cooldown, right? Yeah, we're not going 11 seconds into a fight. He should be falling off and dying. Yeah, he has 7 wins and hasn't won since day 7, I bet. We're fine here. I will say the Lang Jan got closer to going off than I expected. Anything charging it? No, not really. Weird. I am just slower than it. Oh, right. I see. Fiery Katana, so Zorik had hasted it pretty immediately. There we go. Okay, what's the next step in fixing this build? We get to diamond on this, bring us down to a 3-second cooldown on the Peacewrought. That's nice. We eat the bottle tornado, transmute the lead. We go to every shop we can. We get the most expensive items available.
We can help each other.
I can get a diamond item here, which is like not intuitively something you would want to do, but actually yes. I just want a diamond item to eat because I don't know that I'll have something worth more than 8 gold after the next shop. Yeah, that one.
See you next time.
What do I do with this, by the way? I'm just gonna go to the next shop for now. I don't have to think about it now. Upgrade an item, upgrade the library every single time. Potion cooldown's getting ludicrously low. Since the energy potion's all the way down to 3 seconds, even though it's base 1 second slow, it'll be going off every 1.5 seconds because the other energy potion is hasting it. And that means that this is 2/3 uptime on slow on my opponent, which is kind of wild. You know, for the first like 8 seconds before it runs out of ammo. Anyway, we almost certainly have to go Kina here, right? What am I looking to buy? That's a good question. I'm gonna go to Kina though.
Cast aside your deathstruments.
We have a heavy runic potion, definitely not for me. The plan was that we eat this. Is there a way for me to run the 3-second cooldown, 2-second duration frost potion? It seems like a good item to have, right? Well, that's the neat thing. I basically have to drop the soul ring to do that. And as good as the soul ring is, I kind of feel like we just rely on the 100% crit chance burning Peacewrought. I'll see what my damage looks like in this PvE fight by using this. It feels like if I have minus 3-second cooldown Sapphire Frost Potion, you run the Frost Potion.
You're not being fully present with me?
We should body a Void Golem, no problem. So, if I'm right, the damage is still fantastic. We have guaranteed crit for 280 burn pretty much immediately. Oh, it goes off second. You hate to see it. The burn value's good. The freeze duration's good. Fights end quickly enough that running out of ammo is really not the biggest problem.
Another specimen for my collection.
This thing has 4.7 thousand health, which is like the minimal amount I would expect out of a player. I'm on the very low end since I'm only level 13 on day 12 and have taken no health events. And I killed it more than fast enough. I don't need the soul ring. Soul ring is mechanically slow as well. We pick up an 8 gold item. We figure out what the most expensive thing we can eat for the Peacewrought is. Spoilers, it's the 8 gold item. And I actually want to be transforming this for a chance at another freeze potion, right? Because if I can just turn all of these into freeze potions, the Peacewrought will win on its own. I won't need to accelerate my board. So we go to middle.
Sale, no sale.
I actually have a second freeze potion already, don't I? I have the gold. I can just take the retort. That's plus 3 regen per day.
But people
First time I've actually seen infused bracers in a shop, which might just be telling you how little I've been able to play lately. These are worth 8 gold. I can do better than eating a soul ring. It's inconceivable to me that the second page doesn't have at least 1 gold item, so I'm going to roll hoping to get a diamond item. Yo! This is the weirdest way to use Tome of Yahan for meta scaling.
It's not right for you. Bring it back.
It's a little bit pricey. I can't do that too often. But I think it is worth doing it at least once. Here we go to Curio, hoping desperately for slow durations, right? Yeah.
You see landfill, I see buried treasure.
We have another energy potion. Haste your other items for 3 seconds, or haste your other items for 3 seconds, but difference. Well, I'm probably keeping this one just to eat it tomorrow, right? And I take this out of the page so that when I use the wing, this has the longest possible cooldown.
You're doing your part to clean
As
up
for the rest of these, they kind of do not trigger. I really appreciate the makeshift barricade, though. That is 100% slow up time. It's going to last a lot longer. 1% cooldown reduction is nothing to sneeze at. Oh, I was supposed to put the wing on the heavy strength potion. Look, sometimes you're just remarkably bad at the game, and that's the end of it, right? I've got enough gold that I can buy all these minor max health buffs. They're not going to do anything, but I may as well. Okay, on to what could be the last fight of the run, but I'm slowly feeling more and more confident with the build. Dooley can go off pretty damn fast, but I am a monstrous amount of immediate disruption. Dooley is one of the characters that can be like 1 second in, haha, you're dead. Just immediate atomic clock the core stuff. Obsidian force field, only silver defense grid, but I'm still terrified. I'm glad I'm running the freeze here, let me tell you. I hit everything but the force field. There's a lot of freeze potions that get thrown out before it runs out of ammo, aren't there? That seems pretty good. Minus 3 second duration on the freeze potion and plus 1 second freeze duration. I like that. I'm sure his build would have been very scary had he activated items. How much does his hit for? 20% of his health doubled. That's it, right? There's no like follow-up charging or anything. It's fine. He just hits for like 2,500. Crits for 5k and kills me in 1 shot. There we go. I figured out the rest of it.
Bazaar has many secrets. I will uncover
So
them all.
almost always you see a deer up, you click a deer up. I think ammo skills are actually better for me.
Munitions training robot. I am
Only given the option of taking it at +1, unfortunately. I'm going to take Gunner so that if I find a Grandmaster, it doubles my odds of upgrading one of them.
Detonations are like
As opposed to having no chance of upgrading either of them. Anyways, we're going to eat the new energy potion. We simply don't need it. If I can find 2 more dupes from Frost Potion, Sapphire, and Quicksilver, I actually just drop all of this and just run Sapphire, Frost Potion, Quicksilver, and 2 dupes of them, and I just lock out and win with the Peacewrought, which is kind of crazy. Anyways, we need to go to all of the shops.
From Negredo to Rubedo in 60
None of that's helpful.
Beat that, old man.
None of that is either. But at least it gives me big Peacewrought value. We can keep rolling a diamond potion here. Probably should have considered buying a diamond potion on the previous page had there been one. I don't know if there was. Huh. I mean, it's the shop, so we're going to it. I don't need to think about what could be here. We can just find out the hard way. I have enough gold that I can just throw away for floating a model ship, but what on earth would I use a model ship for here? Nothing. Never. Even if I happen to find a great potion, I wouldn't use it. I can get an 8 gold eat here with the gumball machine. I'd rather do it on something else. Speedrunner at silver, unfortunately. Peacewrought is a property. When you use a Peacewrought, charge this 1 second with a 5-second cooldown. And the Peacewrought's at 4. And they're both hasted. I don't think it's good. I think if this were at like gold or diamond tier and it were doing more duration, it might be worth talking about. But which 2 potions do I think this is better than? Anyways, we have a PvP fight to handle. I am just gonna buy a speedrunner to eat something, because I currently don't have one and the monster might drop a skill. Veteran Octopus would be absolutely insane if it dropped Hyper Focus. It is admittedly a 1 in 12, but 30% cooldown on the item that wins fights is not a small thing. The additional round of ammo here is appreciated. Like, you can tangibly see against this how many more freezes I had.
A waste of my time.
That is the expected result when you fight Octopus, of course. Going to use the Peacewrought to eat the Cutlass, and I am going to Kina, rolling a potion, hoping for more Frost Potion.
For peace.
Going to eat this for profit right now. Tomorrow I'll be more frivolous, but right now my gold's not quite there. I don't need to transform that reagent. It's about how I expected the shop to go, to be honest with you. I would love a pearl.
I guess.
Another curio. Don't mind if I do. Just like double thinking, do I ever have a reason not to click this? I don't believe so.
Well, howdy, hero.
When my life's on the line, I start overthinking shit. So I could try to fix the heavy strength potion again, right? Put it over here, reduce its cooldown. They're identical again. Then if I see it again, I can fix it. But I don't expect to see another bronze feather before the end of the run. So instead, I am just going to put that on the Peacewrought.
Reuse everything.
Almost at 200.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that
A haste potion. Not what I need. Wrong dupe. I should have looked at that dumb stick. No, because it's... Icicle seems like it could be good. Obviously, the clockwork blades are good. Oh, I put it on while library was in play. That's obviously not great. It's fine. You don't need to be good at the game to go 10 wins, right?
Waiting for you.
Down to 4.7 and 4.9 as base cooldowns. Something janky I could do to fix it if I got like a high tier feather is I could put the Peacewrought in my stash to get it a higher cooldown. Or sorry, the other way around. The energy potion in my stash and have only the Peacewrought stay on board. That way the Peacewrought gets a less cooldown reduction than everything else. And that would fix the first rotation, but I just genuinely don't think it matters. I actually got so close to figuring it out in this shop. What I could have done to fix the Peacewrought here, I should have put the bronze wing on the strength potion. That would get them even, which still doesn't work. The Peacewrought would still go off first. But then if at any point in the future of the run, I found either a clockwork blade or a feather of any rarity, I can move the Peacewrought onto the board with library and move the rest of my board into my stash to get the longer cooldowns and then play the cooldown reduction. So I would get less cooldown reduction from anything that affected my whole board on the Peacewrought, causing the strength potion to leap ahead of it and start working properly. I could have actually done it in the shop so they hit clockwork blades if I had realized it at the time, which is a really cool way to fix that mistake if you do make it that I've never realized before. The icicle's neat. I don't mind it. I'm going to buy it and float it because I have the space. But I think it's probably not right. Let me see what I'm up against. Against Vanessa, I might be running one. Gold tier loot on every time. Nothing. We just generate 1 lead, right? I don't need to think right now. It's a Mac. I think against Mac, I just stick with this. A part of me is like, maybe you run Icicle. What if they're one of those ridiculous builds that's like an infinite loop or an immediate start of combat laboratory spam? Because those exist, right? And they will kill me. And an Icicle could give me the time I need to breathe. I'm obviously not dropping either of these, so what I do drop, no matter what it is, will hurt like hell. I think I actually run this against a Mac. Just canceling something at start of combat seems really important because it could be a library or an almost immediate infinite combo. And those things are both very vulnerable to Icicle and going to win if I don't run an Icicle. So I think I need to do this. It's Magnus's Femur. I'd have been better off running the other version, but I couldn't have known at the time. We got it on the Amber, which is not exactly what I'm looking for, but we should still be okay. Like, not having the second energy potion sucks, but it doesn't seem to matter too much here. All right, good job, Heavy Energy Potion. Good job, Frost Potion. Just stupid disruption while I apply crazy burn with my 2.7 speed, 100% crit, 200 burn item. All right. Does that put us at 9 wins? Only 8. We have 2 more days to go. A man can dream. Okay, so we need to transmute this. There's no room for this. We're going to eat the energy potion. We're going to go to middle because that's all that matters. You just go to shops at this point to scale up.
Find who does.
A pendulum. Unfortunately, infinite combos are kind of not my thing. I'm lockout until you're dead and I run out of ammo doing it. Pendulum doesn't work for me. Although looking at it from a theoretical perspective, right? I could run the pendulum where the retort is. 2.9 seconds, 2.7 seconds. It's not a very pretty way for it to line up, right? Like obviously the opening's a bit rough. But after the first one gets wasted, it's only a gold pendulum, right? I'm gonna level up and get a diamond upgrade today. And I currently don't really have a way to utilize it. So this could be, this goes off at 2.7, charges this directly to 2 seconds. So essentially it becomes 0.7 and 0.9 speed on these 2 items. I'm gonna float the pendulum, I think. Doesn't matter which one of these I'm rolling, they're functionally identical. I eat the most expensive item I have over and over and over again, just every time. Oh wait, am I supposed to be running this second one? Right, this used to be on my board. Glad I caught that. No, I did not catch a goddamn thing. That is a new energy potion I just randomly transmuted. I just ate the energy potion that was previously on my board. Got pretty lucky with that one. This run's been pretty good about immediately making up for my own idiot mistakes. I can't actually make the space to buy this pendulum then, without giving up on something, right? Because I want to roll this for a chance at Frost Potion. I need to eat this. This is like a way to dupe freeze and win. This is probably just directly comparable to my second energy potion. I actually only need 1 more dupe to use the Quicksilver, right? Because I would drop the Strength Potion anytime I'm using it. And that means the 1 dupe replaces the basic energy potion. So I either hit Sapphire for freeze duration, Frost Potion for more freeze, Energy Potion to increase the uptime on my haste for everything else, or whatever the last item the dupe was. I kind of don't believe in it though, right? Like I can't run it with an icicle. Honestly, I'm okay upgrading this thing to diamond and not trying to use the pendulum. As fast as this is, I like the disruption resistance I have, right? Like the build with the pendulum is more vulnerable to just dying to someone else slamming an icicle on their board. So I am going to give up the icicle to make room for this pendulum plan. Oh, wait. that wasn't correct at all. I don't want the icicle anyway. It's fine. I can find another one at Curio, maybe. I can find a better one at Volcus Enforcer. I did not want to sell that. What I was going to say is because pendulum makes me more vulnerable to that sort of icicle strat, I'm not buying it, and I can just upgrade this to diamond to get a better copy of my other items anyway. Because the difference in diamond on these items is actually meaningful. We are not buying that pendulum. That was a mistake. Should have just held on to my icicle.
It all works out.
We're getting late into the run, but not so late that we eat the potion distillery yet. That probably only happens on the very, very final hour. Barcoon, what do we have?
Seeds, acorns.
The burn item to the left of this gains burn equal to the regen for the fight. Look, don't get me wrong. I get it down to 8 seconds. Woo. But I think they should be dead by then. None of these are that valuable. I can get like a 12 cost here. I think we can, on average, get more gold from a Barcoon. Yeah, nothing crazy then. It's an interesting call, actually. Because I might not get a 1-slot item for my monster fight. I'm actually just not going to do this. I'm not going to buy any of these on the assumption that I will get something from a monster. It's highly unlikely I get punished for this. And if I get punished by getting hyper focus, who even cares? I get to level 16, I upgrade my Quicksilver or I take a gold skill. Probably just upgrade my Quicksilver because I do want to believe I can like find a pearl, find another freeze item and have Quicksilver be good. The build's solid enough, right? Like we're very fast, tons of disruption. But it's day 14 and 15. That's all it comes down to. The late game is an absolute lottery. This is the sort of nightmare you normally imagine, but when you're playing this, you imagine the nightmare is going to be worse somehow. You go to Ayla, there's nothing she can sell us. I just need to go to a shop.
Buy my weapons.
Strength Potion's not it. I've got the gold to just like take a 32. Whatever I spend, I'm getting half of it as regen, right? I'm just gonna spend like the minimal amount, say break even on gold here. And that's because I could see like Aerodrome or Pearl where I can spend almost unlimited gold on the next shop.
My power burns hotter.
Do I
melting
really
away
think this is right?
impurities.
Yes, I do.
You had a chance.
The value this represents for a potential disruption lockout on the next page is actually very high. It's down to a 1 second cooldown. We could go to Nufu here, we can go to Gassio and get holsters. And maybe there's something else I'm forgetting at Gassio, right? But I am gonna go to Gassio. He's a shop, that's all he needs to be. Shrinking potion, huh? I will take the Signet Ring. It is a tiny, tiny amount of value. As for the next page, hey, the Soul Ring is back. That's neat. So I'm gonna keep rolling this. I don't really need to, do I? I'm gonna get a new one. Guess I should have eaten it then. Oh well, mistakes happen. I can eat it tomorrow at the start of the day, actually, so that's fine. Assuming there is a start of the day tomorrow, I'm pretty strong though. It's a Vanessa. This was one of the reasons I was like, oh, maybe I should have kept the icicle. What if it's like an under 2.9 second Langdon? It sounds like I'm memeing, but that is possible, especially with Neophiliac.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Eels. Okay, I think we beat eels. I think we just freeze them out. Those are huge eels as a baseline, by the way. But unfortunately for him, he doesn't seem to have that many active items.
Does not defeat me.
Oh. One more to go. The greatest comeback story of all time. That's the biggest lifting I've ever seen. Jesus, those eels are just massive. Anyways, I actually feel halfway decent about the build, seeing how one-sided the eel counter was. We want to transform the new lead, eat the old lead. Go to literally every shop. We're just gonna maximize what value we can here. Eat the gold because it's more value. Have I seen a single pearl this run? I don't think I have. We'll find more stuff to eat, and even if we don't, we just eat the retort anyway. In fact, it's more important, now that I actually think about it, as the final day, we eat the retort first. Because we need to eat the highest value thing on every possible hour. I don't think Andy can sell me a small item that matters. It's just that I need to go to shops.
The smaller the portions, the finer the meal.
Another sleeping potion. I've got the gold, so I don't need to buy anything from Andy. I will always have another shop to hit. I would have loved to like have the ability to play Quicksilver here. I might sort of just give it to me. Let me do the thing. I want this down to like 2 seconds flat on a 250 burn Peacewrought that is permanently hasted. Yeah, the disruption's just massive. That's absolutely crazy. How many times does this activate, by the way? Just, it's so ridiculous to watch. Only 4 activations. And there's no way to check time cleanly since his whole board is slowed and my whole board is hate. Oh my lord. Don't let it be a 9 win. This is the funniest run. I know crit skills are useless. I need to check slow skills. I'm probably just taking 1 ammo here. What's the cooldown on this? 1.9. With haste, this is 1 second flat. It's absolutely insane. I actually go slow more Lumbra here. Go for the slow skill. And that's because there are 2 crazy hits here. Slow burn, so that this just charges the fiery Peacewrought for multiple entire activations. And then there is also slow freeze to help with the lockout. I think 1 more ammo doesn't matter. No one's living that long. Okay. Slow burn, heavy energy potion, 2 second Peacewrought. Let's fucking go. For our merchant, we just eat the highest value thing we possibly can. I'm gonna set up like a rat trap on the last one just to see how it works. But for now, this is just objectively correct on the Ayla shop.
But I can help you finish.
No freeze potion. So for the final shop, I want to do this. I'm going to see if I can transform this with the bot potion distillery and then eat it with the Peacewrought. If I got a like large diamond weapon, that would be more valuable for me though. So I will roll for that. Unfortunate. All right, let's go see what happens on the final shop when I set up my rat trap. I want to know what this does. Or I guess more accurately, my Rube Goldberg machine, right? I don't level up from this. We go to Hero Merchants. Okay, there are a couple options here. I don't think any charge mechanic like Stell's Rivet Gun actually matters, because we're already max charge, right? So we just go to Dooley looking for high tier freeze items in the duplicate thing. Now, what happens? It worked. It transformed this and then it ate it. Nice. Anyway, Nitrogen Hammer is funny, but uniquely bad with the library, and it's silver tier on day 15, so we don't need to think about that. Antimatter Chamber. Don't have any tech items. Takes up a bit of space. Very cool. Not the items I was hoping to put on the board. So all that's left is to ask myself very sincerely, do I want to risk it to put Quicksilver on the board so that I can mark this thing off? It is a 1 second duration Quicksilver, right? It goes off immediately. If it copies Sapphire, it's good. If it copies Frost Potion, it's good. If it copies Haste Potion, it's actually still good. It's only Strength Potion that's bad. And I do believe that because of the slow burn here, full haste up time matters a lot less than it should. It either gets me full haste up time anyway, or it gets more freeze duration, which is better than the haste up time. There's a 1 in 4 that it's worse and a 75% that it's better. And by golly, I just want to win a game with Quicksilver on my board. It's against another Mac, so I'm worried something very silly's happening, because, I mean, look at my board.
But only so that I can
Hopefully his is vulnerable to the disruption that I'm threatening, and I don't hit Strength Potion. Oh, he's doing an infinite then, right? Oh, he's just waiting 12. Oh, I can't stop it. I can stop the rest of his items, though. Oh, we got the Haste Potion anyway. Just absolutely crushed. What was that? Like 4 seconds? Like, yeah, I can't stop the Runic Blade. Which, wait, was it hasted or something? It seemed like it was surprisingly far along. 9.3 seconds. No, it just took me a full, like, 6 seconds to kill him. A little bit under 6, maybe. Huh. Anyway, the rest of his build never activated. What a comeback story. The Peacewrought destroyed the Calcinator because it needed to prove that it could win the run on its own. 1.9 second cooldown, 269 regen, a little bit more burn than that, 274. Heavy energy potion to slow my opponent's entire board for pretty much the entire fight, even without another energy potion to haste it. And then using slow burn, so when this goes off, it slows 1, 2, 3, 4 items. That's just over 0.8 seconds, 2 more triggers of the Peacewrought immediately. You can watch it happen. You can see how disgusting this interaction is. It goes off and the Peacewrought just triggers repeatedly. And since we got energy potion in this case, it keeps going off until I run out of charges, basically. We also could have had much better disruption had we hit the Frost Potion here. And now that I really think about it, I was a little bit worried because, like, if I wasn't fast enough, it does go off. But it would go off for 36 damage, right? Nothing else has resolved. Oh, what a disgusting board. Max lockout free strats are always very scary because of library plus the Sapphire. Fiery Peacewrought is absolutely fantastic in these sort of strats, much better than a Calcinator with like a shield or heal enchant would be. And that's because it's just so much faster, right? The Calcinator in this exact same spot would have been a 4 second cooldown, maybe a little bit better because of higher value off of wings and the like when you're lowering the cooldown on a longer cooldown item. But yeah, this is just such a powerful thing once he hits slow burn. Also, I really enjoyed that I managed to get a run with Quicksilver because I do not respect this item. If you have a Diamond Library to get it down to a 1 second cooldown and it's guaranteed to copy like lockouts or something else that's crazy, I still had the 1 in 4 to miss, but I was willing to take it. I wanted this thing crossed off on my spreadsheet. What a sick build. Very, very reasonable cooldowns here. 1.9 second Peacewrought, 2.9 on Strength Energy and Frost Potion. Sapphire at 6.8 is comparatively just an eternity. It didn't even resolve in that fight, I think. No, it did because it was hasted the whole time. Quicksilver at 1.0 to hopefully increase the freeze lockout to 100% or get the uptime back on Energy Potion. There's that stupid mischance. But we have +3 ammo from our skills. We have slow burn for the insane compression off the Flashbang Energy Potion. We have Hyper Focus and Alchemical Precision, just absolutely nutty skills for the library strategy. What a wonderful build. I'm very happy with this Mac run. And I'm very glad I did not just go into weapons, because dear God, I forgot about it after a certain point. but the opening shops, didn't I see like 3 magic carpets and 2 runic great axes by the end of day 4? And I also skipped multiple Aylas while seeing that anyway. This run could have easily gone 10 a couple days ago on a weapon run, probably, but this is so much sicker. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this run. I had a blast, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.